begin this class, we're going to start with a lesson on premise and purpose and theme. And so this is a way to begin to understand yourself as a creator. And we do this in all of my classes. And so I wanted to make a note here that I've updated it recently. The sound is a little bit uneven because I have better equipment now than I used to have. And also my voice has changed just a little bit because I've gotten a little bit older. And I just wanted to let you know that the sound may be uneven throughout the this lecture. I didn't have time to re-record the entire thing. Also, I decolonized and changed my examples. I used to use all Western holidays when I was introducing theme, and now I've included some holidays from around the world. I do specify the Lantern Festival that is in the Chinese tradition, because there are many Lantern festivals all around the world, and they all have different premises. So that's why I specified on that particular slide. So I didn't want to trigger anybody, and I wanted to give really good examples. So welcome to the class. Let's get started.
In creative work, there are three things that need to be dealt with immediately. It doesn't matter what your creative work is. It could be writing, it could be art, it could be music, it could be games, or whatever. There are three things that need to be dealt with: theme, premise, and purpose. We'll begin with theme.
Easy one. What is it? It's the topic, idea, or subject that you're working with. So holidays have an easily recognizable theme. The Lantern Festival in the Chinese tradition is about letting go of past selves. Ashura is about atonement, and Valentine's Day is about love.
The premise, then, is something a little bit different. You pick one of these. So it's either a specific message attached to the theme, it's a declaration of belief, it's a value judgment, or it's a question that starts a journey. So how does the theme and premise work together?
Now it's time to figure out the premise. The second statement in each case is a premise. So I will do the very first one as an example, and then you'll be able to do the rest, hopefully. So the underlying theme of the Lantern Festival in the Chinese tradition is letting go of past selves for what? Fill in the blank. What could you put in there? Perhaps personal growth? Letting go of past selves for personal growth leads to what? Perhaps happiness, perhaps peace. So this very first example could read, the underlying theme of the Lantern Festival in the Chinese tradition is letting go of past selves for personal growth. Letting go of past selves for personal growth leads to happiness and peace. So this is perhaps an overly simplified understanding of the holiday and of the premise, but I wanted it to be very simple so you can understand how from a theme you can extrapolate a premise. All right. So what I'd like you to do is stop this lecture and then move on and work on these two other ones for yourself to understand the connection between theme and premise.
Here are some more examples of theme and purpose. A theme of pride could have the premise that pride comes before a fall. A theme of honesty could have the premise of honesty is the best policy. A theme of wealth could have the premise that wealth spoils the character. Now these are really easy examples, and they are all cliches, but I'm trying to give you something very easy to begin with so you understand this idea of theme and premise. So go ahead and stop this video and go click on that link, and I want you to go and watch this video that I picked out for you, And do not cheat. Don't go to the next slide yet. Watch that video first and try to figure out what the theme and the premise is. So here's the subject, theme, and premise of that video you just watched. The subject is disaster. The theme is survival. The premise is, if we prepare, we will survive a disaster. So purpose. What is purpose in all of this? So there are different types of purposes, and I'm going to just give you a couple examples. You can make up a purpose for your work all you want to all day long. So one possible purpose could be conceptual. You want to reveal a deeper meaning. Another purpose could be educational. Perhaps you're interested in helping people learn. Another purpose could be advertising. Perhaps you're interested in marketing. And another type of purpose could be entertainment. And in entertainment, there are some subdivisions. There's amusement, there's diversion, there's engaging the viewer, and there's escapism. So entertainment sometimes is devalued as a purpose, but I think that it is very valuable in itself because of the joy that it brings. So even if you're doing something that is in the horror genre, if your viewers are scared witless, they're still entertained, and that still brings a type of joy. But I will say this, if you choose to entertain, you are still responsible for any conceptual baggage that you invite, with your subject matter, with unrealized concepts, and things I haven't mentioned here that could come up, right? If you make a piece that appears to have a concept, and then you don't follow through, you don't bring it to its fruition, and you defend it by saying, hey, it's just entertainment, then you are defending bad design with a bad defense. And we are teaching our students to be better than this at ASU. So you have an assignment to do, and this is in the class portal. I want you to watch J.J. Abrams and his TED Talk. Watch it all the way through first. Then I want you to write a paragraph. I want you to write that paragraph about your mystery box, and you'll understand what that means after you watch his video. So that mystery box, that's something that's an object that means something to you. It's really special. It could be a keychain or a toy or a shell or something like that. Don't name your game console or some other device that plays music or video. You have something else. So write one paragraph about your mystery box and what it represents to you. From this paragraph, you and I together will be able to discern what your premise actually is.